This
All right,
is true.
so here's someone who will be replaced very soon.
Unlike Joe Biden.
Right, by Donald Trump. That's the transition here. Some disparagement pouring in over President Biden's decision to award these presidential medals of freedom to a number of controversial recipients. Some of them are perfectly fine, like I love Denzel Washington. Some of those people definitely deserving. But getting particular attention and note, Hillary Clinton and George Soros. Senator Rick Scott, who was just reelected down in Florida, he posted this to X just yesterday. Apparently, all it takes to receive the highest civilian honor from President Biden is to donate millions to him and his family. January 20th can't come soon enough. I mean, if that's the standard, I wonder if, like, they could sneak in a medal for Burisma as well.
You know, listen, well, yeah, absolutely. But the millions given is really the least of it. It's just... This is George Soros, by the way, that's his son receiving it on his behalf. I'm assuming George Soros not up to coming to the White House.
His political bag man.
Yes, exactly.
To pick it up.
George Soros is a villain. Let's be very clear. There was a great interview earlier in the show with Leo Terrell, just talking about the destruction that he caused by funding these DAs, these liberal DAs who are undermining law and order in these cities, and the people who paid the price. We're poor people. We're people in communities that don't, people who don't have private security, like George Soros. These are bad people. Another bad person who got it, Hillary Clinton. I mean, just think about just what happened at Benghazi alone. Not to mention the theft in Haiti and all the crazy stuff that the Clinton Foundation did down there. All of the destruction and the terrible policies of Hillary Clinton. Yet here she is receiving the Medal of Freedom Award. I always say destroying freedom gets you the Freedom Award, I guess.
It can be very inspirational to children around the country to know that one day they too can set up a completely illegal email server and lie about it constantly, and then get an award like that in a standing ovation.
The Bleach Bit Award.
Among the really wonderful, deserving people, Michael J. Fox, as you mentioned a minute ago, Denzel Washington, David Rubenstein, who has given tens of millions of dollars to restoring some of the facilities in D.C., like the Washington Monument.
Totally worthy.
Why did Lionel Messi get it?
But this
didn't show up.
But this is my that was hilarious. But the idea that you would give the award to those people, such deserving people, and then you would immediately cheapen the value of the award by giving it to these people who don't deserve it, and then sell one for a couple of $100 million to George Soros.
Yeah,
it really is. And then another one, and then you're going to politicize all of them. Of course, he gave one to RFK Sr., which was clearly. I mean, why are you giving one to RFK Sr. today? It's sort of bizarre, except it's a shot to RFK Jr., and they sent somebody else to go pick up his award.
And people on the left will say, well, these can get political. Look at some of Trump's honorees like Rush Limbaugh and Republican members of Congress.
That was a great award. That one brought a tear to my eye.
Oh, I'm not objecting. I'm saying that's the counterpoint.
I get it, and it's a great point. But the thing is that no one can dispute he was the king of radio, and he brought people. Oh yeah. He did more to sort of illuminate. And by the way, I think was the leading edge of the Republican Party that Donald Trump has turned the Republican Party into. A lot of those people were, the working class people who maybe voted Democrat, could have been introduced to politics by Rush Limbaugh.
Half his brain tied behind his back just to make it fair.
There you go. There's a fascinating 60 Minutes interview that you can go back and watch. It's on YouTube. I watched it with George Soros. It's from quite a while back, but when you watch this interview and he talks about his childhood, I mean, this guy is sociopathic. It is unbelievable that this man, who is currently has had a stake in destroying our country, but also his past. It's kind of crazy. But also, I want to mention Messi again. Lionel Messi, the Argentine super soccer player, a star, given the award, didn't show up. A lot of people going, why? Why did he get it? Here's what I think happened. This is my theory. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. I think this is how Democrats act. I know, let's get the Latino vote and give this guy, you know, a Medal of Freedom from, you know, and he didn't even show up because it probably doesn't even mean much to him. But that's the cheap kind of way that they do outreach these days. They don't give you lower inflation or better life or safer neighborhoods, but they do give your superstar soccer player from Argentina an award.
I'm not saying he snubbed it deliberately, or this is the reason, but I did read that Messi leans rightward in his politics. So that's something a little bit interesting.
Maybe that's why.
By the way, you know who else won this award, a recipient of this august award? Joe Biden. Obama gave it to him. So
good. I just want everyone to know, unlike Mr. Messi, if I ever get the Presidential Medal of Freedom, I will rearrange my schedule.
Yeah, you'll make an exceptional show.
Yeah, I'll clear my decks to be there.
One day.
Well, we've got a lot of nominations.